Well, the second Group 1 on the program is the Burswood Winterbottom Stakes. It's a crack lineup. We've already had the early scratchings of 8 The Entourage and also number 13 All Fried Up, who's been withdrawn due to soreness. And that leaves a field of 12 at this stage to face the starter. It's the first year this race has been run at Group 1 level. It's worth $500,000. It's over the 1,200 metre distance under the weight for age conditions. It's certainly a really good lineup. Obviously, this is the race Black Caviar was being set for, but unfortunately, she's not in town. We've still got a pretty good lineup. The Eastern State representation, they certainly dominate the betting with the 2009 winner, Hortensia. She's at the top of the market after drawing favourably in Barrier 2, and also Rarefied, the second favourite. Great to have Kieran McAvoy, Peter Snowden, the Darley team. They're in town, they're excited, and we're really looking forward to getting a glimpse of Rarefied and Hortensia. We've got 3 replays to have a look at. We're going back to the track work, and this is Rarefied, ridden by stablehand Angela Boyd. I thought this was a pretty solid piece of work, worked alongside of Zvara. Pretty good effort here by Rarefied, who was asked to quicken up, put Paddy to Zvara, and Zvara's a pretty good mare. She's going around in the Jungle Miss Classic. This is a pretty solid piece of work by Rarefied, who last start finished second in the Salinger behind Sister Madly. She was only beaten a lip on that occasion. Certainly was a really, really good performance by Rarefied. He's a horse that nothing seems to faze him. He's really relaxed and adopted well to the WA climate. And I think with Kay McAvoy aboard, although Hortensia does meet him better at the weights for the simple reason it's a weight for age race, Rarefied is in this race right up to his eyeballs, and that piece of track work was a reason why. Let's go back and have a look at Hortensia. This was her at the track also. She wasn't out to break any records, and she wasn't asked to do a great deal on this occasion. We'll also have a look at her winning this race 2 years ago. This is Hortensia winning the Winterbottom Stakes of 2009.
Warrantar Secret tackled and headed by Idyllic Prince. It's Idyllic Prince surging to the lead in the Winterbottom. Here comes Hortensia though. Look at her. She's flying. She's got wings. Hortensia gathered up Idyllic Prince Black in time, and it's the Victorian. Hortensia came with a barnstorming run to win the Winterbottom brilliantly.
Well, she certainly did have wings there, Hortensia. It was an absolutely phenomenal performance. She got to the outside. Craig Williams was aboard. That was when she was in the stables of Tony Noonan. She subsequently joined the stables of Paul Massara. She's had one run for one very impressive win. Dee Beedman was aboard, and it was up the straight at Flemington, a most impressive victory. The positive thing with Hortensia is she's been here to WA. She's raced here at Ascot. She's won this race. She's suited at weight for age, and certainly Hortensia, who's the current $2.30 favourite, she is going to be extremely hard to beat. And as we saw her win there in the Winterbottom, she's suited by this Ascot track. I think she's going to be awfully hard to beat. Let's go back to the Colonel Reeves. We're highlighting Avanti. We also get to see Word, Morant and For Your Eyes Only.
All Fried Up starting her run down past the 250, and Staples shakes up the leader Word. Here comes Avanti down the outside and Shock Value. Word though clear from Avanti, Shock Value, and then All Fried Up beginning to charge late. Avanti closed in on Word, grabbed him in the shadows. Avanti too good.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better ride there by talented apprentice Kira Yule. It's great to see her boot home Avanti in the Colonel Reeves on Melbourne Cup Day. It was a big thrill, but she rode the mare absolutely world perfect, and it just proves the standard of this talented apprentice from Bunbury, the Bunbury Rocket they call her, the Red Rocket, Kira Yule. She's aboard Avanti once again. She's drawn perfectly in Barrier 3. In 2's Hortensia. She's likely to race outside of her with Eliotto drawn 1. He'll zoom forward, race up on the pace. Hortensia could find herself on the fence. I think Avanti will be outside her and probably try and stay there for a fair while. But certainly Avanti on the strength of that win, although it's a big rise in grade, she's certainly doing nothing wrong. Morant, who finished 4th, fair to say he probably should have won. He didn't have a great deal of luck, was only beaten a length at the finish. Weight for age, he's had one previous attempt. He failed. He's back to weight for age. The proof will be in the pudding this Saturday, because I thought his last start run was much better in the lead up to this weight for age than last start. Although he was coming off a win, it was against a pretty easy company at Belmont Park. For Your Eyes Only, it was an improved performance. I just hope she does everything right, goes into the barriers and performs well. Word was in second place. He's finally drawn a bit of a barrier for him. He'll jump from gate 6. He'll roll forward. He'll lead the 1,200 metres. He's won 5 of his races over this distance from 15 attempts. He's certainly in this race with strong, undeniable claims. Last year's winner had to be a clorker. He's got Glenn Smith aboard. Wouldn't this be a fairy tale story for Glenn Smith? He's only just returned to race riding. He shed something like 17 or 18 kilos. He punched home his first winner on Wednesday up the straight at Pinjarra. Great to see. He's got a live chance here with Hatterby Clorker. Last year's winner. He won a trial at Bunbury. He won by 2 1/4 lengths. He's certainly not out of this, despite the fact he is a 10-year-old. Grand Nirvana. He was heading towards the Railway Stakes. With the weights being raised, he's been dropped back to the Burswood Winterbottom Stakes, and certainly under the weight for age scale, he is well suited, and he's not out of this race. Kid Schwarzer, his effort was okay behind Ranger. 2 starts back though in the Prince of Wales. It was phenomenal behind Waratah's Secret. Paul Harvey rides, he'll get back, he'll be steaming home. Elusive Touch, a former Victorian, in the stables of Shane Edwards. Peter Nucky to ride. His recent trial was okay behind Eliotto, who'll also take his place. It's a wonderful race. The Burswood Winterbottom Stakes, we have to put them into some form of order. I'm going the 11. We've picked the 11 in the Railway. I'm going horse 11 in the Burswood Winterbottom Stakes. I'm going Hortensia. She is the favourite. I think she'll win again. I think Rarefied's the obvious danger. I give the 14 Avanti a big chance. And I think the Kid Schwarzer, he'll be rocketing home at the end of the race. So my numbers in the Burswood Winterbottom Stakes, 11 Hortensia on top to beat the fellow Victorian in Rarefied, 14 Avanti and 5 Kid Schwarzer. A great race, the second of the Group 1s. It's the Burswood Winterbottom Stakes at 4:25.